I think I'm crooked, friends. You'll have to let me know. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the party. Finally, I'm back. You'll have to let me know if I'm echoing at all. I moved my overhead camera up to kind of keep it away. We'll see what happens. I'm out of practice, I tell you. How you doing, Denise? What have you been working on? I've been loving your community posts. Those are so fun. I've just been trying to hold it all together, you know? I do have to say, though, that I am feeling much better. I just get really, really tired, which I don't know if that has anything to do with vertigo, but if you've ever had it, I feel for you, man. It's not fun. This is the second time. It is a beautiful day. Make sure I don't have. Let me try something. Let's see if that helps. Well, I missed you too. Thank you so much. You're on my thank you list. Thank you so much for your kind words. I was like, oh, that made my day. Yeah, it's been really, really weird not being live. And I was like, okay, I can do this. Tuesday, I was like, I'm feeling good. I felt good in the morning. And I thought by about 1 o'clock, I was like, there's no way. I'll be a hot mess. So therefore, I had to cancel. I'm hoping that maybe, I don't know what the weekend looks like, but maybe I'll get to go live and do a live sale. Hey, Terry. I am feeling better. I just sometimes get a little bit of headaches. I still am doing that thing where I'm not like making sharp movements. You know, I'm like turning my whole body. But yeah, I feel a lot better. The last time that I had vertigo, I was like, oh my gosh, am I dying? Am I having a stroke? um, but it lasted like almost 4 weeks. I know it was at least three, but I think it was almost 4 weeks. So at least this only having been, it was a week yesterday. I feel like that I'm making progress. So there can be a lot of things, but more than likely the reason that it triggers for me is because I have TMJ and TMD. So I clench my jaw, and a lot of people have that. A lot of people have it and don't even know it. But that can cause migraines, it can cause um, vertigo, all kinds of things because everything's kind of right here hooked together, right? So I had been faithfully wearing my mouth guard at night, and I didn't one night. And Dave's like, "What was stressing you out?" I'm like, "Nothing was stressing me out, but you're stressing me out by asking me what's stressing me out." So more than likely that's what it is. And I get Dave gives me Botox. I've had it really, really bad where it goes into my shoulders and down into my right underneath my clavicle, like the pain. And so I haven't had to have a lot of Botox for it, like maybe once a year. Uh, but it's probably been way longer than that. So I think I'm due before it goes into my shoulder, and then that really hurts. So yeah, there's my a non-medical explanation. It's redonkulous. But other than that, everything is good. And one of my favorite holidays is coming up. So 4th of July is coming. I feel like though yesterday and today is like I've got company coming, so my house needs to be dusted and mopped and all those things. And the kids are very helpful, but you know, you just got things you want to do. So that's exciting. And my friends are coming from Georgia, and we're going up to the lake to spend time. I'm going to go spend some time with Dave. So I've got to really get my ducks in a row so I know what I'm taking up there so I can be kind of organized. And yeah, we have new renters coming in on one side of the duplex. So I've got to go up there and clean. So I have no time to be sick. That's just the way it is. What have you guys all been up to? Hello, Miss Mediocre Arts and Crafts. And oh my gosh, your name is escaping me. I'm using the excuse that it's my brain. Why in the world can I? Oh, yo, yo. Terry, what have you been working on? Anything exciting? I tell you, I don't know. This project has been on my radar for like a long time. And you'll know when I show you, I've been collecting for it. And I was like, well, maybe I was going to do it last Thursday. And of course, that didn't happen because I was not feeling well. And then I'm like, I better get busy on it. You're working on your Winnie the Pooh baby book? Oh my gosh. I hope you show some pictures. Hey, Bug, how are you? You're just about finished. I'm usually one of those people that I start a project and then I'm like, I've got to finish them. No, I've got one, two, three, four, five. I've five journals, including that purse journal. I just started another one. I did a video today. I'm like, I'm batting about a zero, and I'm not taking any of them with me on the road because I have a couple. I have the Candyland, all the Candyland supplies, and all the McDonald's supplies in Clear Lake. So I'm like, I don't think I'm going to take another journal to work on. I'll just make more ephemera and have, it coming out my ears. But oh, you know what? Let me show you what I'm working on because this might be of interest to you. Okay. It's not a journal. All right. So I'll show you without. I printed accidentally on the back of this, but so wanted to do I wanted to do a charcuterie board for my live sales, which was my intent to do on Tuesday, but they're not done yet. So I did, let's see, how many kits did I do? Four kits. So I did like the watermelon one. So here's what's in it. So what I'm planning on doing, you can tell me if this is really dumb or not. Now I printed all the ones that I'm bringing to the live because some of you have told me, I don't have a printer, so can you print these? Well, I did, and I printed them on sticker paper for you. These are all sentiments. So this is I've got to name them first. This one I did not do. I did not print this for the kit. I did it, and then I was like, I wonder what that looks like. I probably should have, but because I was like, I'm not going to print that on sticker paper. But they're all just sentiments and die cuts. But for those people who don't have printers, I thought that would be good. Then I did a pink lemonade one, which might be my favorite. So what I've been doing is going through all of my stuff, and I'm going to coordinate all the antique ephemera, or not antique, vintage ephemera, receipts, some, ledger, all of those things. And it's kind of like, one price will be you pick all of these things, and then another price will be not quite as many. So it's kind of different price points for everybody. But the big kit has these digitals in it. And I have not put these on my on the makers market, which I don't know if I'm going to or not, because I kind of like the idea of having these so I can print them for people. There's those. I can't see when I put these up in front of me. So that's what I thought I would be able to get done. But, it's Father's Day weekend, and I got a father and a husband I got to spoil. So I don't know that I'm going to have them done by the time I leave, but I am working on them. Hopefully they'll be done before summer's over, for goodness sakes. This one is this kind of the summer one, but I did make it a little bit geared towards it could be, county fair or 4th of July. Oh, how's that go? That way. and they turned out really cute. The one thing that I don't love about printing on the sticker paper is they, um, this, this paper that I print on is really high quality paper, and it's not inexpensive at all, but it just prints so vibrant. And, oh, you're so sweet. Denise sometimes gets to test out some of my stuff, and then she also gets some of the things that never make it to the it falls to the cutting room floor, and Denise and I pick up the pieces and then we play with them. But uh they're not as vibrant, I don't think, on that sticker sheet as they are on here, in my opinion. So this is the strawberries and cream. So I've had fun going through everything, and while I'm doing it, see, I'm using this as an excuse that while I'm doing it, I'm actually organizing. Oh, see, here's one that only got half printed. I'm kind of organizing everything else, so that was fun. Yeah, but that's what I've been doing on this is one of the projects I worked on when I was laying on the couch doing nothing. That's what I call my couch crafting. Also, I gotta see when I get off. Hey, gardens, while I'm thinking about it, and it might not have been you, but I feel like it was. Were you looking for bridal magazine pages? I have this sheet back here and I have things written down, and I have gardens, and then I have nothing written underneath it. And I found it wasn't a bridal magazine, but it had a whole section of bridal stuff in it. And I'm trying to remember who it was that needed them so I could send them to them. Yeah. And here's the other thing. I mean, believe it or not, I think my family was like, what? She really doesn't feel good, does she? I did not come down these steps for the entire time I've been sick. Yeah, yesterday, was it? I think yesterday or the day before is the first time I've come down here, because I was too afraid. I was like, well, I don't want to be taking steps. What if I fall down the steps and no one's home? Um, so yeah, I've been able to do a little bit of. I've got to do some packaging and shipping tomorrow. And I'm like, you need to take a little baby steps. Don't get all crazy. Hi, Hope. We'll see if Gardens answers me. It might not have been her. If anybody remembers who it was, I'm looking at my paper. I got Denley, Sarah Lee, Denise, Gardens. 80s paper pamphlets for Barbie or My Little Pony. 80s paper. What's an 80s paper pamphlet? Like out of the actual Barbie? I didn't do Barbie, so I don't. Help me out here. Help me out. Okay, the little pamphlet. Okay. Barbie pamphlets. Or My Little Pony. My Little Pony. Got it. Okay, well, the mystery's still there. I don't remember who it was that wanted a lot of good my save piece of paper does if I don't know who it is. Yeah, if you do have a photo, send me one so I can see when I'm out in the wild. It's such an odd thing to collect, she said. Really? You're talking to a bunch of junk journalers. I don't think it's odd at all. I don't think it's odd at all. I was thinking about, I started to say, I'm going to see, I don't have my laptop up, and usually that's how I do my giveaways, but I was thinking about doing my giveaway tonight. And I might have to do it by a number instead of a word on the screen, but I'm going to try it. When I flip over to my other camera, I'll try it. Yeah. Have you guys had really beautiful weather? I mean, we've had a lot of rain and storms and stuff too, but for the most part, I mean, my gardener does a great job, I tell you, and he's cute too, but it looks so beautiful. And truthfully, like about this time of year, you know, this is in Iowa, it's when all of the mosquitoes come out and it gets crazy. And I um I have not had like bug bites. Well, I have probably been outside for a week, but um Prop Dude, I actually um have looked at some of those and I've thought about actually cutting out some of the stickers on my Cricut, but have I done that? No. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great idea. I know, Denise. It's just been not too hot. Just you can sit outside. It's wonderful. I kind of well, what we're going to work on has nothing to do with what I'm going to show you here, but I did want to show you a couple things. So a long while ago, probably 4 or 5 months ago, there is, and I put her channel on in the comments. It's one of the first ones, but Selena at Amore Fabriques. She has an Etsy shop too, but she did these little kits, these little Holly Hobby kits. They're just tiny. This is just a plain, or what over here. This is just a playing card. And then she provided all the pages so you can make a little mini journal. And I bought a couple of them, and it came with like this little piece. And so I thought I should probably put these together sometime soon. And then she had these little goodies to go with it. So I think I got a blue. Whoa, my fabric scissors just had a mind of their own. So I think I got a blue pack and a pink pack. And I've had them in my, I have a little vintage metal thing that I keep all my craft table test ideas in, which is getting a little bit overrun. And I was like, I gotta show these guys these so they can check them out. But I don't know if she still has them on her. Oh, this one. Okay, here's the other one. I'll just show you the front of it. I think she calls these actually slow stitch packs because that first one that I showed you with the fabric in it, it's got the embroidery floss and the needle in it. So you can slow stitch in it. So I think I'm going to take those because that is only going to take me a few minutes to put it together, I would think. A lot longer to slow stitch, but it shouldn't take me long. That's awesome, Denise. Thank you for doing that. That's sweet. See, it's good to ask because you never know. You never know. But the reason I said I think I'm going to do the giveaway tonight because she does have pretty things. A long time ago, I did this bolo books. Now, this bolo book, when I first got it, and I ordered it, I think, did I order this on Thrift Books or something? Maybe. I don't remember. But when I got it, it's actually inscribed by Holly Hobby. So I had thought at first, well, I'll just use the images. And then I was like, no, I got to keep it. Well, I did read the entire thing. And as you can tell, I just thought this was so inspirational. And I just read it like in an hour or two because there's not like a lot of cool things. But I did say in one of my videos, I'll just show you some of the pages while I'm talking, that I think it would be cool to kind of um, talk about some of these pages. Does anybody else have this book? Because it's really cute. Look at this. So these were some of her first images, and it's called The Art of Holly Hobby, Drawing on Affection. And I thought, look at the little mousy poo. But she talks a lot about her family, and she has 3 kiddos. She has a daughter named Brett and a daughter named Jocelyn and a son named Nathaniel, I believe. And she was talking about, she was drawing these little, girls before she had her first daughter. But she said it was a long time before she actually like drew on inspiration from her own children. Like she tells a story about, oh, here, I'll show you. Um, that when her kids were little, they didn't have any money. And even though she was selling her cards, but she said that her husband would give her kids like these little bowl cut haircuts. And that was one of the images. And she was talking about, as they grew older, they didn't want that haircut. And it's just the cutest little story about, the haircuts and what she remembered and how she has inspired some of her images from those little things. And it's just a cool book. But what I gathered from it were a lot of things because I have a ton of notes in here. But the one thing that I really thought was cool is that she talks a lot about her roots, where she came from, or I love her art too. And she has newer books and they're really cool. They have very cool stories too, like children's books. I think they might be paper. I don't know if they come in hardcover, but I know they come in paperback. And she basically says in so many words, to draw on the inspiration of the things that are right in front of you, like your family, your backyard, nature, all of those things, and um, that those experiences can sometimes help you to be more creative than you would have ever thought to be, which I was like, that's so true. And then the other thing that I thought was really cool is that she talks about, um, really trusting like your history is important. And so you don't need to go, you certainly can, but you don't necessarily have to go um, outward in this big old mean world we're living in to find that inspiration when you can reflect on what those around you are doing or what you're seeing. And sometimes you don't have to mimic other people or do all of those things in order to find the beauty, kind of finding the beauty in the mess, as I like to say, and finding that creativity. So I think it's a neat book besides just being beautiful and having awesome images. So along with the little things that we've made so far in the craft table test, I'm also going to give away a new old stock full wrapping paper from American Greetings. So that's going to come with a little kit as well. Now, I certainly could include what we're making today, but I'm not guaranteeing it's going to turn out. So we're just going to see. But yeah, I just thought her messages are really good, and I don't know if it was a mood I was in, or if it was just I felt inspired that day, to have read the whole entire book. But it was like every page I turned, I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a good lesson, and like, but she never comes out and says the moral of the story is, or the lesson of this is, you just intuitively get it. So I just thought it was really cool. Well, first of all, let me go back and say a couple thank yous. I need to look at my notes over here. Today's project is brought to you by Pinterest Inspiration. Um, my hat that I have on, I made a while ago. Can you see it? And that's just a patch. And I use some rickrack and I don't even know what else on it. And because I love wearing hats, as you probably know. So I've been collecting hats. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, I had an idea and I didn't know if it would work and I have yet to do it. That one we're not going to do tonight, but I'll show you all my goodies so you can see my ideas because maybe we'll do one together. Which is totally not junk journal related, but I was like, I want to do this and I want to see if it works and it would be a good test. So thank you to all of those friends on Pinterest. for some reason, I can never find anybody's specific name unless it's connected to like a YouTube channel, which none were. So, but I already thanked Denise too for her kind words this week. So thank you again. And also to my new friends, Lori Ludwig, which apparently she is my neighbor and lives not very far from Pella, where I went on that little field trip with my girlfriends. And then Ride Endurance actually is a new subscriber. So welcome. I know you might not be here tonight, but if you watch this on the replay, I'm thinking about you. She is an equestrian at heart and she trained horses. So she's got a really cool backstory. And then also to Lee Webb, who had some really good ideas. And I was like, I gotta say hi to these girls. So I appreciate I've had a lot of new subscribers lately and it's been really nice. Not only, I mean, obviously the numbers are fine, but it's when all of you who are new subscribers actually like write a comment and introduce yourselves that I get so giddy. I'm like, oh my gosh, what a way to start my day. Hello, Miss Debbie DePaul. What are you up? Are you doing Debbie things today? You know what I didn't get out and I might need is a glue gun. So we're going to try to make a hat. Well, we might try to make 2 hats. We'll see how long I can withstand. But recently, I think I should turn this around, but I'll just show you this box. A while ago, Let's Resin reached out to me and asked if I would test their products, and they had fabric paints. And I was like, well, certainly. Now I have fabric paints. Here's some of them. They're actually in a pen, marker form, right? I don't think I've even used all these. These are neon. And I was like, well, those are, sure. I've used them in the past. I'm sure that, I would love to do something with them, but I didn't know exactly what. Well, when I got these things are huge. Like we can give me a sheet. I don't know. But these are, I think almost 4 ounces a piece, which I've never seen fabric with this much fabric paint with this much paint in it. I'm like, dang. So I thought we would play with these on one of the hats at least. So Let's Resin is the company. The link is in the description. And it is on my YouTube, Amazon storefront as well. Ooh, gardens. I know. I got some of her clusters and I love them. Have I used them yet, Debbie? What did I have one right here? Maybe I can use it on today's project. Glad you're here, girl, to remind me. All right, so we're not going to do this, but let me show you this little bundle because we're going to do some painting, which I'm a little nervous about, to be very honest with you. So whenever I thrift, I always try to look for like new with tags hats. And surprisingly, you can find them quite often. I don't know if people just like buy them or they go on a trip or whatever, and then they don't ever use them. This one said, sorry to my Oregon friends, but I did pull off all of the stuff that was on there. So these all had tags on them. So I know nobody wore them unless somebody really likes to be like what was her name? Minnie Pearl. And I've just had these on hand because what I wanted to do, and I have 2 more that were the ones we're going to work on. But what I wanted to do was, I thought these would be cool to put on them. I have a bunch of embroidery pieces that I thought, and I did find some inspiration using things like this on Pinterest too. So that was helpful. But have I done it? No. So I started putting all this stuff together. I have these felt flowers that I got that I thought would be cute. You know what, Debbie? I used to have short hair, really short hair, and I wore hats. You can do it. I mean, and when you got a bad hair day, it's wonderful. So I have all of these things. Oh, and then I got some of my feed sack out. Oh, I have this too, this star. That's kind of a wonky star though. And so I want to put, like cut it and put it onto the hat. which wouldn't that be adorable? I think. So I haven't done it yet, but we are going to, someday I'm going to, whether I mean, if you want me to show you on camera, I certainly can, but well, let's just see how today goes before we get, before I get carried away. So we are going to use these two hats. This one is the game. I'm assuming this was like probably for like Little League. These are the hats my kids wore when they were in Little League. And then I have the white one with the blue. So we're going to attempt to do one where we glue things on and one where we paint and maybe a little glue. So I'm going to get my glue gun. Where am I going to put my glue gun at? I've been having problems with, does anybody ever have, if you have eye devices, have you ever, do you ever have issues with your device is not charging? I can't figure out, I've yet to figure it out if it's my actual device or if it's just the cords. And of course, my kids have the brand new iPhone, so those cords don't work in mine, which is really annoying. Let's see if I can plug this in somewhere else. While I don't want to unplug those just in case something happens. All right, so let me turn you around. Let me think if there's anything else I wanted to tell you. I think we're good. So I've got some stuff out here. I don't think I need my keyboard for right now. All right, I'm going to try this. I'm going to put you on mute for a second while I turn it around. And there we go. Okay, just to make sure, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Which one am I going to do this on? Okay. Let's start with the easier one. I think this one's going to be easier. Okay, good. All right, so before we start making painting, let's get my confidence up here a little bit. So what I think I'm going to do with this one, I think you guys can see it okay. I have this patch. That's the other thing I have in that basket is a bunch of patches. So I was thinking perhaps I'll put this here. Now, this is why I decided I wanted to do this on camera, because I went to the work of making these little numbers that say 1776, which that one doesn't very much look like a 7, but we're going to go with it. And I was like, wait, I need to stop because I think that these need to go on here. I mean, this is going to be really gaudy, but I'm down with that. So I was thinking we could put these on here and glue them. So we could have two on it. There's like a seam here. And the hat that I have on right now, I just used Fabri-Tac and it worked fine. So, and I've had it for a while. Now, of course, if it gets really dirty, I'm not going to be able to wash it. Well, I don't know. Has anybody ever washed stuff that has Fabri-Tac on it? I don't know. So we could put those. I think those will be okay. I mean, I got to have a hat to wear at the lake. That's what I'm thinking. Now, I also have these denim yo-yos. And I have this. This piece is actually a hair clip. I think I could just put it on there. You guys got to be telling me if this is when enough is enough. You can wash it with fabric. You really noticed the parts that you missed. Oh, Terry, good to know. I don't know. I think this needs to go like right Do you see these little air holes, the air vents? So I think it needs to go right. No, maybe not. Well, that's going to be the hardest thing. Maybe we just put these things on it first and then decide. I've got this. I don't know. The only thing I thought is I think this would be cute on here. Girl it up a little bit. However, oh, I could do this with some rickrack on the top of it. Okay, so that's one choice. But I wonder if I'm wearing it, if it's going to, those things hanging over the edge, if it's going to bother me. I also have Debbie's piece here. That one's not quite going with those colors, though. Do you like the red? All right, we're going for it. I do have the other option was I have the daisies. Or, you know, we could put daisies up here. I'm getting real gaudy now. But sometimes I think that's just what makes them cute. Red. Okay. All right. So I think what we need to start with is placing these on here in a kind of good way. I mean, this one should be, because oh, and just so you know how I did these, this is all vintage fabric and it was pretty thin. So I just hand drew numbers. I wanted them to be kind of whimsical. So I just hand drew the number on a piece of paper, pinned it to this and a piece of muslin, and then cut it out and then sewed around it. That's all I did. And just to give it a little extra oomph. So we'll see if that oomph paid off. Yeah, so now I've already started packing my stuff to take, because I'm not sure how long I'm going to be gone. Well, I didn't plan for outfits around this. I mean, I have plenty of red, white, and blue stuff, but. So now I'm going to have a cute outfit to wear with it. And when I did the patch, by the way, this patch that's on my hat right now, the one with the VW bus, that's from Hobby Lobby. I think I got it for like 86 cents. I bought a couple of them. And my intent was, when I first did it, I was like, oh, I could put like the traveling crafter or something on it. And I'm like, then I got the VW on there and I was like, no, I'm not going to ruin it by trying to put more stuff on it. All right, here we go. Jeez, I'm holding my breath. Not a good idea. Does this one still have I thought it still had that, you know, that card piece in it, which actually would be nice if it did. I probably threw them all out. Now, Terry, you were saying that you can really see where you missed with the glue. I wonder, so I wash my hats, like if I have a hat that is washable, that I've thrifted, that's not new, which is not, I don't have it happen too often, but I put mine in the dishwasher. I know it would, Denise, but I probably should have a design instead of just winging it. I mean, I could do my logo and paint my logo on there. I could do that. I wonder if it would have the same effect, Terry, if you put it in the dishwasher versus throwing it in the laundry. Probably not, huh? I mean, it's getting wet. I'll have to take a picture. I'm thinking swimsuits. I'm like, what swimsuits do I have that would match this? I don't know that I do. Wait, this 7 does not look... Okay, that's fine. We're good. I used to hand wash them and then I'll put them in the freezer. Huh. That's, well, you know, we do it with paper, right? Oh my gosh, I'm liking this. This looks cute. I'm probably spending a little more time than I need to, but I want to make sure it's nice and... Okay, that little piece right there, I need to make sure that gets sewn down. I had to go, I was driving, minding my own business on the interstate, and I got a rock chip, and it was on one of those really hot days. Was that 2 weeks ago? Last week? I don't remember. No, it was, must have been, it doesn't really matter. And I got a rock chip, and it immediately just, it was right at the edge, like from the metal to the, and to the glass where that kind of met. And it was so hot that it just immediately just went right across my windshield. Of course, right in my line of sight. And then I was running errands, so I ran in to do one of the errands. When I came back out, it had gone all the way across into almost to where my rearview mirror was. I'm like, oh my goodness. So what was the point of me telling you that? I don't even know. Oh, yes, I do. So I had to get it fixed. And Landon took me. And when we were there, I was like, hey, I need to get some footage for another video I was doing. And I was like, it'd be so much easier if you just came with me and thrifted for a minute. And I said, I won't be long, I promise. So, and I ended up not buying, I bought a belt. That's all I bought. But I paid my cameraman in thrift items. So he had bought this, found this pair of like blue and white striped Dickies shorts. Like, you know, like the stuff that the overalls are made out of, the really heavy stuff. So that he could do his, make head covers out of it for golf. So that was one of the things that he found. And so I probably should have just had him do all the cutting because he's pretty dang good at it. Shoot, that seems like it's not. I feel like the 6 is not quite up there far enough. Well, here we go. We're moving it. Luckily, it's still sticky. Yeah, I'm like, well, hey, well, you should come with me more often because it would be so much easier when I'm doing a thrifting video if you were there. And he was so cute. He's like, hey, do that thing. I'm going to stand on this side and then open up the clothes in the middle. And so I did it. And he's like, oh my gosh, that was a fail. That didn't work. Like, well, you can practice your cinematography. It's kind of fun thing to do with your kiddos. And I think I've said this before. 3 of my 4 kids actually love to thrift. Demi is not. Her patience level of thrifting is not as high as it is for the other 3. But Rhea and Landon really like it. So yeah, he got new those shorts to do his head covers, 2 pair for golf, a couple shirts. I was like, you scored, bro. All right, so definitely think. Now, when I look at it this way, it doesn't look right. But when I look at it like I'm looking at it, it looks fine. So first of all, usually when I shape my hats before I, wear them. I just use a ponytail holder and I roll them up. But I think it'll be okay. I just got to make sure that these are... It's good enough. Yeah, and you know, Demi's crafty too, but she'd rather go to Hobby Lobby and buy the fabric than, you know, thrift for it. And he's been on this whirlwind vacation, you know, graduation vacation. He was gone for just two weeks or more. So today he came down here and he's like, well, let's see if I still got it. He was going to make some head covers, and he said he was out of practice. I said, oh, it's like falling on or riding a bike. Janice, we got to start talking about August. The 141 sale. My girlfriend that has gone on it with me before usually has her son's hockey camp at the same time. And they changed it, so I don't know if she's going to be able to come or not. But my chauffeur, I told him, I said, you need to take clear your schedule, bro. It is. I can't believe it. I'm really excited for 4th of July this year. Clear Lake does probably, if not the best 4th of July celebration in the state. It probably is the best. Well, it's the best I've ever been to. And I might be biased since I've gone since I was a baby, but see that little guy right there? It's just going to be interesting to see what they do for the 250th. What do you call that again? I can't say it. It was easier to say than Sesquintons, that one, which I cannot say. Okay, I think I'm going to have to hold this for a minute. I know this does not look straight to you guys from the camera. I can tell that, but it is straight. But I am liking it. I either should have used black thread. What could I use? Do I need something to outline it, or can you tell it says 1776? Oh my gosh. Yes, he loved Cali. So he did 7 days there. And then he flew to Miami, and his dad picked him up. Our friend has a couple planes. So he picked him up in Miami, and they went to Key West, and he spent another week there. So he's been a busy boy, but he starts work back up very soon. Okay, we got to angle this so it's even. Ugh, I don't think I have black baker's twine. I mean, I have... You know, sometimes I'm like, am I going to make it worse? Like, should I leave well enough alone? All right, now we got to see which... I did the wrong side. Of course I did. Okay, so I want this to butt right up to that. Probably just on right there. I kind of like this eyelet stuff. And of course, I'm not using my... Okay, you think that's going to work? Now, here's what's probably going to happen. I'm going to make these two hats, and you know who is going to say, oh, Mom, I need one of those to wear for 4th of July. My Demi's going to the lake, too. Well, she's going to the Ozarks, different lake. So, well, I guess it's a good thing I'm making two then, right? Or she'll want to make them with her girlfriends herself, which is also pretty awesome. Okay, I do like this eyelet. This one's just, we're just going to have to make sure I really get that down. And I just went on this first little curve. Yes, actually, he was my boss years ago, and he actually is my best friend's uncle. And he had a what's called a fixed base operation. So they had charter planes, and he doesn't actually fly them personally himself anymore. So the kid's dad flies him. He has well, I don't think he has a home in Key West. I think he just lives on a boat. It's probably like a pretty nice boat, but so yeah, the kid's dad flies him. So yeah, I've known him since I was, let's see, probably 13 or 14. And his wife just passed. Oh gosh, maybe it might have been like it's either a year or two ago. She'd been sick for a long time, so this was the first time Landon's actually spent a great deal. I mean, he of course has grown up with Barney, is his name, but the first time he's actually ever really spent a ton of time with him. And he's a hoot, that guy. So, needless to say, Landon had a great time. And he golfed a lot. Okay, what I don't like, see this here? I mean, I guess I could glue it. I don't think that's going to be good. Should I just cut it like here? Maybe? I got to take it off camera to do it just to get my hand up there. I think that's going to be the best way. Let me read the comment. Well, Naomi, thank you, dear. But, you know, this is the build my confidence hat. Next one might not turn out quite so well. All right, I don't know. I kind of think that, I mean, here's what I could do. We got a couple of options. I like these colors for 4th of July too, the yellow, red, and blue. I can always add this, but I really think it's too much. I could also just leave it how it is, which I kind of think it's pretty cute. Or I could add some rickrack here. Should I go get... I mean, the only other thing I got, well, the thing that I have that's white in front of me is this. But I think that, I mean, I think that's too much. Try it on and model it? Okay, hang on. One hat off. Let's see. I gotta take my glasses off. All right. I didn't put my ponytail through it. So let's see what it looks like. All right. Here, let me make myself big. Oops, other one. How come I cannot do that? Well, that's weird. Okay, here you go. You can kind of see. You think it's good? Try one daisy. Like, I probably have like bigger daisies, but maybe I should just leave it alone and think it through a little bit. My biggest worry now is what I'm going to wear with it. I do like this, though. It looks pretty stinking cute. There you go, girls. New idea for your little eyelet, lace eyelets. Okay, let's get rid of my camera. I'll just leave it on and we'll just go on to the next one. Okay. Deep breaths, ladies. The deep breaths. Here we go. Jean Jackie, yes. Do I have? Yeah, that'd be cute. Okay, now here's my thought on this. I thought to add, okay, first of all, it would be really easy just to paint right on this, right? But what I could also do is we could glue, just to add a little extra. We could add the gingham to this white part. Ooh, red trim on shorts. That would be cute. I'm sure I have plenty of it. Oh yeah, I have a whole thing of it. That's brilliant. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to take a picture of it then, aren't I? That would be cute. So do you think I should put this on here? Then my thought was, I want to do USA. USA. So could I just paint the USA on the muslin and then cut it out and then glue that onto the gingham? Or should I just do this? Yeah, this looks real baseball cap-ish, you know? I think Naomi agrees to put this on. And I do have a fat gingham too, but I think that's too much. If I'm going to have, I think it needs to be the small. Ay, now what, friends? I feel like I should, well, I got plenty of this gingham if I screwed up. Cover it with a material. Okay. Now, let me see. I've got a bigger piece of it here that I think will be. Oops. Well, gosh, this is like a yard. I could screw this up many a times, friends, and we should be good. Try painting on the white fabric first. Okay. What I think I'm going to have to do, though, is probably, let me cut a chunk of this off here, is probably, because it's not a really heavy muslin, so I'm thinking I'm going to have to maybe double it up. Or maybe it won't matter when I... Okay, so I've got a piece that's going to work for our covering that up. Let's see what this fabric paint does. On the fabric, and we can try it on the fabric on this piece of muslin, and we can also try it just right on the gingham, which is what I think Denise was alluding to. I'm just going to take this one. Let's see what it does. All right. Well, this is my palette, so I suppose I should have it down here. Can you see that okay? Okay. So my thought was the blue. I was thinking blue, maybe put some white stars on it. Red and white, which won't quite go if I do that with that. Well, yeah, it would. And then maybe I do blue. I could do red and white stripes, then the blue, then the blue and white stripes, I guess. But let's not do that yet. Let's see. Pilates time. All right. No, I'm not alluding to. I'm telling you, do it. Thank you for the commanding. Oh, well, that's interesting. All right. Well, I'm just going to hold this little piece of. Where's my water? Here we go. Here goes nothing, girls. Let's see. I'll just try it with this. Okay, you can see the gingham through it. However, and I'm just going to freehand this and see how badly I can mess it up. I'm thinking I want it to be. I'm just going to do it as if I was really doing it. Am I supposed to stick this thing back in here after I'm done? Because this is really weird. I guess. Probably keeps it from drying out. So I think the key is going to be more than one coat, right? If I do it right on the gingham. I mean, that would save me a lot of time. Now, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I'm just going to put it down there. Now, let's move you out of the way so I don't get my hands on it. Ooh, that went right through both of those. Look at that. Okay. Well, that's also good to know. I'll hold it up here pretty close so you guys can see the difference. I kind of like too that look where it's like a little bit. It almost looks like denim, you know, like it's not all colored in so much. Like there. I haven't even looked at all the things that they have planned for 4th of July this year up there, if it's any different, but they have a huge parade, like it lasts for hours. And a huge, carnival with, they have the band shell in the middle of the park. All right, so here's this one. Like I said, you can see. You know what might be cool, guys, is, well, we got to figure out how big I can make it. And then here's this one with the, I wonder if, what do you guys think about this? If I put the gingham on and then I paint USA to fit across here, but on one, like on one piece of muslin, and then cut it all, you know what I mean? Kind of like almost like a bubble letter thing, and then sew around it and then slap it on there. So then it could have like rough edges. No, I don't know. It's decision time, friends. Well, we know we're gonna put the gingham on there. So let's let this dry and see what happens with it, and I'll put the gingham on. Do I have any white felt? It would be cute frayed, wouldn't it? What do we have? What's the worst that can happen? We don't like it and we do something different. Okay. Let's move this out of the way, as I just stuck my finger right in the... Hang on, I gotta get a baby wipe. This might be the hardest part, is figuring out how to get it on there. Okay, did I get it all off my hands? Let's hope so. Okay. It'd be cute if I could fray this too, but I don't know. All right, so I'm going to want it underneath this little... All right, let's go. Let's not waste fabric here. We just got to make sure it's going to cover right there. Why is that doing that? Maybe you guys can't hear that. I can. That's going to annoy me. Hang on a second. Just move this over here. The farther away I get from my phone, the better. Okay. Oh my gosh. I didn't think this through, friends. This is why we are calling it the craft table test. Is it going to be easier for me to go to the bottom? Probably. Oh, this comes off too, which I'm not going to take it off yet, but I'm thinking we can put something different on it. Bottom. So let's just put that there. I'm willing to hear any great ideas on how to make this easier. You know, because when I do my templates, I usually just tear something apart and then put it back together again, right? Right, let me get a something to hold this. This should work. I'm not seeing any tips. Okay, so it's right there. Okay. Now when I come up, that is going to be there. I feel like it's going to be easiest if I just... Like, all of that is in my way. So I think I need to cut this off. I just want to make sure I don't cut it off too short. All right, where are my good scissors? Oh, I could do that. Denise, brilliant. Look what I happen to have. Just a piece of paper just laying around right here. See if this is going to work. It's not as bendy. Oh, here. There we go. Hold it. Hold it. Let's just see here. No, that's not helping. I'm just going to start cutting. So, I mean, I'm not going to hurt the paper. Cut it so it's... Ooh, I might have done it too right. Okay, let me cut this off first. I'm just trying to get some of this waste off here. Masking tape. Masking tape. Denise, you're saying all the things I don't have. Well, I guess I have blue tape. I have painter's tape. I didn't look on Pinterest to see if there was any DIYs on how to do this before I did it. I was just like, oh, that's cute. At least if I have a kind of a template for it, I can get it, you know, leave a couple inches around it on the fabric. Watch me cut the mesh. See, the problem is that you kind of gotta... Okay. What I think I'm going to do with this, because I need all of this when I fold it over. And because this is paper, it's not giving me exactly what I want, but I can at least say, okay, it's about that big. If I would have actually thought this through, I'm sure there's a way easier way to do this. But we're just going to go like this. So I don't have all that extra. Look at what a mess. Do you think I need a seam though? Because this doesn't, it only has that. It doesn't have a seam all the way. Or am I not understanding what you're saying? That could very well be the case. I'm just going to go a little bit bigger. And once again, I'm using not fabric scissors. Cut it down the middle. Follow the seam with a cut. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. And I know this is still way too big, but I just want to make sure if I'm going to cut a seam down it. right, it seemed to work better when I started from the bottom. And then I'm picking up what Denise is putting down to make a seam. You know what I really want to do is cut it right now. Or I mean, glue it right now. But I won't. Okay, so that's all. Ah! Geez, and here I was worried about the painting part of it. Definitely the hard part's right here. Okay. Now, if I just make sure, here's the seam. So before I go cutting, I'm just going to cut right there, right? Gah. Let's make sure this is going to go up. I still have some extra. I'm looking to see if anybody's saying anything else before I go. So do you think that I need to cut this all the way? The seam all the way down? And overlap it? Because I don't know what that's going to look like when I... But I feel like it does need to be that way. You know what? We're going to just do it. I got plenty of fabric. Oh, and I thought this was such a brilliant idea. Okay, okay. I got more fabric. Type as slow as you need to. I can redo. And do it in sections. You know what would have been easier if I did like a patchwork on it. Then it wouldn't matter. You're all like, I'm out of here, man. What is she doing? I just want to know what it's going to look like if I... You're going to really be able to... I'll be like my father lining up the gingham here. I can probably make that work. Thanks, Annie Boo Boo. I think which one? Yeah, this is the smaller of the two sections. Well, the thing is I can always, if it's not perfect, there's always something I can add to it, right? And no, friends, not to worry. I'm not going to be selling these anytime soon. Ever, probably. For my own enjoyment. Okay, let's get these out. Before I do this, let me try one more thing. I really want to use this gingham. Maybe this would be easier, you guys, is to start with the edge. But then it's going to not be, you know, straight up and down. Huh. You can tell my son is still on vacation time. He's got Jimmy Buffett playing. All right, I'm just gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gluing. What's the worst that can happen? I can just unglue it. But I just want to make sure that I can overlap it where it looks like it's. I think it'd be fine. This is where we live and learn, right? We try, and if it doesn't work, well, we just try something new. And I think I'm just going to go all the way across it. Like Denise said, I still need the two pieces because it's not going to lay right if I don't. I think the first way was best. Glue the front section up to the seam, then cut the fabric from the top following the seam. Yeah. There you go. See, now if we do that, that's going to work. Oh, it's giving me anxiety. I mean, I may have to undo the glue, but that was at least keeping it all where I needed it to be. Well, I don't know. Now that I got it like this, it feels like maybe I could have done it the other way. I'm more worried about like this and this. Because if the bottom piece doesn't look that great, it's just the top one that we got to make sure it looks good, right? It's best glue down the front section up to the seam and cut the fabric. Cut the fabric from the top following the seam. I could use some octopus arms. That would be very helpful. All right, now the other thing is it would be kind of, let's see. All right. We're going for it. Because if I get this at least even with where it's supposed to be, I can cut it. This is why you buy thrifted hats for a couple bucks. So if you have to, you can just redo it. Now I'm not I'm not convinced that I'm not going to have some kind of a little bit of gap, you know what I mean? Should I cut it now? I'm just going to do something really crazy. I just don't like all this extra stuff's getting in my way. So what I'm thinking is, I really want that to go under here. This is not all glued together, by the way. See how this is working right here with that little seam there? I kind of like that. Now, problem is, then I'd want it to happen on the other side. What if I can't make it happen? Okay, this is not glued at the top yet, so we got some play. So maybe I could have done it with one piece. I could pleat it. But now if I pleat it, I'm going to have to use I'm going to have to use a whole piece, which that's cool. That might be even more adorable. Okay, but now I've got half of the thing figured out, so we're halfway there. Denise, is it just you and I? Are we the only ones here? Are we scared everybody off? Oh. So then I'm going to need a little bit bigger piece, right? Like, you know. If I just... We need that clip. I'm liking where we're going with this. So then, pleat it. Oh yeah, mama. What was that? I think that's going to work. All right, so once again, we're going to start. I'm going to leave a little bit extra here. And there still should be a little bit of glue just to hold this down for the moment till I'm ready. Okay. We're cooking with peanut oil now. I'm going to do it this way. Wait. I just need to keep that one spot in. Oh, I kind of like this like that. A lot. Oh, I don't know about that, Gardens, but you know. But we're having fun. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun. Either that or you're becoming very frustrated. One of the two. Okay. And then I think I need, ooh, do I need any more pleats? Potentially. Oh, I kind of am liking this. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down. Now, if you can see here, no, you can't. It's a little bit over that where that seam was, but I think it's okay. And I'm just going to pull this down a little bit. The problem is I've got to glue the center of it. I can't leave it unglued, you know? I guess if I just keep it pinned and then pull it back and then glue the hat. You know what I mean? Keep this pinned up here, not to the hat, and then, but definitely it needs to start at the bottom and be glued. All the way. I'm just trying not to get this little blue piece glued because I think we're going to want to take it off and add something different to it. But I don't want to take it off totally because it's kind of holding everything down. I think if you, you know, if you weren't just doing it as like a craft table test where you were just winging it, and you had just a little, took some more time and had a pattern, I think it'd be a piece of cake. You know who I need to have do this is that young man making golf covers. You're all gonna, I'm gonna say $100,000. Okay, just kidding. All right, and I also think it'd be cute, like if I had a pattern, then I could do sewing, or I could do some like patchwork or embroidery on it. But this definitely, I'm glad we're doing this one first before I started cutting into my vintage linens. Okay, I'm gonna unclip it from the hat and get my okay. So I'm just gonna go like that, like that. I can't really see from this side, but I think it's okay. We only need one more little one. And then I should be able to, I gotta just make sure these are all staying. You know, the other thing is, this brain doesn't brain so well at night. If it were 5 in the morning, I'd probably already have this figured out. Okay. I don't mind this all gathered up like that. This one's a little bit, you know, too much, but I think when if I get these down, then I can, and we still got a whole bunch of fabric we can cut off. A lot. All right. So I think now what I should do, you'll take two. This might be the only one I make. I don't know. But I have so much of that vintage embroidery stuff that I think that would be fun to experiment with. But note to self. And what I will do is when I figure out exactly the, okay, now I'm going to have to glue this a little bit. I got to have some glue on here. I don't want too much on here because I'm afraid that it will, seep through. I mean, I could use my spatula to kind of spread it out, but I think I'm better off on this one just making it like just a little bit. It's probably soaking right in there, not doing it, but so. But what I started to say is when I figure out this thing, I can always make a template and then put it on Ko-fi for free. So if somebody else wants to try their hand at it. I think it's just manipulation. You just got to manipulate it. I'm going to have to be real careful when I come back and cut all that off, but I don't want to cut it too close right now. Here we go again. I got to put a little bit down here. Since I can't see what I'm doing. Before you do the vintage fabric, suggest looking on YouTube for some probably. Oh, I'm sure somebody, that would have been the smart thing for me to do is like, I know this is called the craft table test, but it probably would have been a good idea for me to at least see if there was a how-to or something, something. But I guess then maybe that defeats the purpose of me winging it. There's gotta be somebody. We're getting there, ladies. Thanks for bearing with me and thanks for being here. Holding my hand along the way I need it. Okay, we're almost there. Like this whole process almost makes me not want to paint on it. Like, you went to all this work. Now you got to paint on it. Yeah, you guys all know I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to look it up. And like the first thing that's going to pop up is how to make a template for a trucker hat in 2 easy steps. Yeah, I am too. And I also learn best by doing, not necessarily like reading. I used to, when I was teaching sales, I would be like, there's 4 types of people. There's the one, of course, we use the DVD player, not the, whatever they use now. But I'd say, there's the person that gets the manual out and they read it all and then they try to put the DVD together, right? And then there's the person that just jumps right in. That's called the kinesthetic learner. That would be me. Like, just let me have at it. And if I can't figure it out, then I might go look at the directions. However, if you've ever tried to put a piece of IKEA furniture together, y'all know you almost have to have a PhD in furniture construction. Yeah, I agree. I think that's so true, Denise. Like, just try it, and then if it doesn't work, you can always, there's always a solution, right? Ooh, this is what's making me a little bit nervous. This is why I'm kind of just hacking at it, because I don't want to cut off too much and then have it. So far, so good. Now, the one thing that is a little bit different is that I am over that little seam right here a little bit. I don't think that really matters, but I think I have to glue it. Yeah, because, I mean, when I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, a finished edge would be really cute. Let's just not get too carried away there, girlfriend. Yeah, I'm like, well, oh, I think those extra screws are like for if something happens and you need them later, right? They're JICs, just in case. Oh, yes, and I was, my father is very much a measure twice, cut once type of guy. So I didn't get that from him. The problem is that Dave and I are both kind of the jump in kind of people, so it can be a real S show sometimes when. Okay, we're okay still. We may have to do something with the. I'm just looking to see how. Now, this will all go away. That's right there, but. Okay, I'm going to commit. I'm committing, friends. This isn't perfection. This is test the waters. That's right. There's always rickrack. There's always a big old button, a big flower. We got choices. We got opportunities. Okay, I do have to say that Fabric Tech is working real well. This is not totally straight here, but I still got leeway. You know what? Maybe I should use these little baby scissors. Gosh, did I glue that to that? Hopefully not. There we go. Slowly, slowly. This is also the reason I love doing like retreats or crafty slumber parties with friends, because it's like, why not? We got all night. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. It is not entirely glued down in all places in the middle. So my hope is if we put the USA on there and not paint it right on there, that it will glue it to it. So what's the best thing to drink and eat for July? Oh gosh. Well, I think everybody should share. I mean, I'm a kind of a traditional, I lost my burgers and brats and hot dogs, kind of with baked beans. I make this, well, you'll either love it or you'll hate it, but it's something we make. Corn on the cob always, all summer long. Of course, I'm from Iowa, so I would say that, but I make this recipe that somebody gave us a long time ago, and it's so easy. Take any kind of noodle. I prefer like salatini or something that's kind of that your sauce will stick to. I'm trying to think what else. Ziti would work, I guess. Any kind of noodle. And you take a box of noodles. You take a stick of butter. Hear me out. Follow me along. Um, so boil your pasta, and then after it's done, take it off the stove and drain the water, but don't uh, rinse it. Put it back on the stove and put your stick of butter in. You put a small um, jar can of Parmesan, but not the kind of Parmesan that is fresh, just like out of the green shaker jar, and a medium bottle of Western dressing. We used to call it cow dressing. And that is it. And it is so good. But people either love it or they absolutely think it's disgusting. Because it's got that sweet, tangy, and it's like the easiest thing, but it's just a nice summer one. And pasta salad's always a good one. Okay, we're going to have something on top of this because I think I just need to get these cut without cutting the top ones, and then we'll be okay. Oh my gosh, these scissors. I never use these scissors. Potato salad's always a good one. And I'm not a sweets eater, but they say apple pie is traditional around the 4th of July. I'm just trying to get some of this extra bulk out of the way. But these scissors are not cutting it, literally. And these are too big. I'm getting aggressive now. A whirly bird. Oh yes, that's a great idea. Darn, Denise, I don't have one of those just hanging out. I don't have one on hand. I got to pull this close to me for a minute. Sorry, friends. I was going to tell you, maybe some of you have this, but I've never had one. I found them because I don't know that they're still made or they just have excess of them. But when I bought that craft room, one of the things that she had was, is it called Sweet Petunias? It's a precision, what do they call it? Glue press. My Sweet Petunia is the maker of it. Okay, now that's not perfect, but we're not gonna sweat it. So I have seen these before, and I was like, oh come on, why would you need one of these? Well, I used it. Oh my gosh! And you use the Art Nouveau glue, but it came with an empty one of these, so you can put your own kind of glue. Like I could put my Fabri-Tac in it, and it came with an extra, whatever you call that thing, tip. But this little thing goes right in there. I'm like, okay, I'm sold. So if you've ever thought, like, should I buy one of these or not? I would say get one because they're kind of hard. I had a hard time. They don't sell the glue press at like on Amazon or anything, but I think I found it like on scrapbook.com. I know. Well, I have popsicle sticks Denise, I could make a whirly bird. Okay, I don't hate it. I still think it's a smidgy bulky there. But I'm thinking we're probably going to have to put some Rick Rack Patty Whack on it. Whew, that was hard. Okay, now I need to measure so I know how big this USA is going to be. I'm going to say no bigger than 3.5 inches. You guys are so encouraging, ladies. It's not my best work, but it could have been worse, and there could have been a lot of naughty words said, and I didn't say any, so I'm pretty proud of myself. It wasn't that stressful, just so you know. Okay, so we might decide we don't want to use the, I mean, after we've gone into all this work, we might paint on this and then maybe you guys are going to tell me don't use that hat for that project, save it for something else. And I'm totally okay with that. Because this might not go with the vibe after we've went to all this work. Okay, so 3.5 inches. I'm just going to measure here and here so I don't go. It's kind of like, you know, when we were in grade school, we had the lines and the dots. It's basically what I'm going to do. And I know I don't need to have it this long, but just to keep me. Now we do need to decide how wide we want this to be. So we got, it's about 7.5 inches all the way from the whole, with the whole curve. So I'm going to say we probably don't want to go more than 6.5 inches. JIC. I just put a light line there. All right, and now we're just going to wing it. What happened to my respect here? You didn't muddy my thoughts at all, girl. I appreciate you. I was hoping for any. You should see this now. I got gingham fabric laying everywhere. Okay. So I really do think that we want to. I'm going to tack this together just for my peace of mind. I'm barely using any, but because I'm not sewing it. I think if I were doing this for like more perfection and not just testing, I probably would sew a lot of things. But hey. Okay, so what did I say? I said I was thinking about the U being in the so see now I almost wonder if I should do like all blue since that's and then do like one with stars, one with the red stripe, one with the white stripe. I think that might look better. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What happened to my paintbrushes? I should take pictures after of my room after I do one of these craft table tests because it's mind-blowing how much stuff I can get out in this little time together. Well, amazingly, we haven't even been on here for 2 hours, which is very, if I thought I was taking a ton more time. That makes me feel a little bit better. Now we got to decide. Do I want, yeah, I probably just, do I want it to say USA? Like, do I want it to just be like this? Like USA? Or do I want it to be, no, I don't want it to be like lowercase, do I? No. Just add more stress onto yourself, Aunt. Although that would be cute. Okay. Boy, this makes the slap on the iron on and put some rickrack on totally seem easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. So I think Denise says she agrees, do all the navy and, or the blue, not navy, and then do, oh, you know what I need to do too? Just because, I mean, speaking of my father, measure twice, cut once. What I should do is find the center point here. What did I say? Dang it. Do you remember? 6.5, right? Okay, 6.5. Oh, well, I really don't need this, but we are going to do it. The right way, just so I approximately the right way, because I think we need to start with the S in the middle. Yes, 7.5 was all the way from side to side, as it was rounded. But I think for the sake of doing this, I probably shouldn't go any wider than 6.5. I guess I could, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I haven't put it on there, so if I don't. And I do need this to be a little bit thick because I want to be able to, and maybe we won't be able to do this on camera tonight because I'll have to wait for it to dry. But I want to be able to paint the stripes on top of it or something. You know what else I could bling it up? I could paint this. I do really like this paint though, this fabric paint. I'm very impressed with it. I need to put some on. I have a sweatshirt that I bought that's kind of a Kelly green. And I didn't have a Kelly green one, but it says like Polk County, which is the county we live in, something, something. And I was going to slap a patch on that so I could just wear it on the daily. Or not daily, but you know. But maybe I need to paint on it and see how that handles in the wash. Because you know I wear a sweatshirt almost every day over my outfits because it's cold in here. I'm always whining about it being cold. We even, the other day, when was that, Saturday? We had all the windows open. It was fabulous. Terry's got my back. She's like, girl. You know you can yell at me if you think I need it. I think with I mean, I could always use a fabric pen too for the tiny parts. I don't know how. Like a couple of those fabric markers, I think I had when I did my, it might have been even when I did my kids' camps at our venue. So that's been a long time ago. I don't even know if they work. I'm thinking. You know what I should do is do it like a actual flag. You know what I mean? Red and white stripes on the U or the S and the A. Maybe. Okay, we're gonna go for the U. Ooh, I got caught on something. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could have used a template, but I kind of like the whimsy of the freehand. There's something underneath here, though. It's probably a chunk of glue or something. I kind of like this painting part. It's very relaxing after trying to put fabric on a ball cap. See, and the thing is that unless you have all of the same kinds of hats, like every template, you couldn't use the same one on every one. Like they're all going to be, hey, Shar, how are you? Well, I'm glad you're here. We're making all kinds of, I don't know, trouble, I suppose. We made some hats. I wanted to make some 4th of July hats, and this little process in putting the gingham on this hat, I couldn't have done it with all of my friends here. I'm glad you're here. What happened to the other one I did? I was going to show her. Oh, it's on my head. Here, hang on. Here's the other one. I was like, what did I do with that? Well, that is awesome, Shar. It has been a great month. You take care of yourself. Are you doing anything special for the holidays? Are you going anywhere? I can't forget before we get off tonight. I need to do the drawing. All right, these are not real thick letters. So Terry, I just went a little bit over that 6.5 just now. Whoopsie daisy. So I would definitely recommend if you're doing large painting. I mean, I guess I don't even know. Um, Not before then. Yeah, 4th of July is always a good time. And 250 years. Should probably take a minute. Celebrate. Uh, like I said, other than doing those things with the fabric paint markers, I've never really done any intricate painting on fabric. So other than like batik and that kind of thing, but that's totally different. I should have thought about this too, and I should have done this first and let it dry while I was panicking about the gingham. I bet you guys were saying that. You're going to visit your relatives, and then the 250th birthday. So, one of my favorite memories of 4th of July, gosh, I don't know. I learned to ride a bike pretty young, um, and probably have a lot of scars on my knees from, learning to ride on the gravel. And we lived on a farm. But it was always special to be able to go up to my grandma's, to Moe's in Clear Lake, uh, A, for the 4th of July, but B, because I could ride on real sidewalks. And I think it must have been the bicentennial. And yeah, yeah, I'm positive it was because my sister was just a baby. So 76. Um, and we went up there for the 4th of July, and I got a new bike, like a big girl bike. And it was red, white. It had, I'm sure I have pictures of it, but it was red, white, and blue. It had red stars on it. It had the little, things coming off the tassely things. It was very fancy. And it came with training wheels. And I was like, I'm not riding that with training wheels. And so my dad immediately took them off, and I thought I was the bee's knees because I got to go around the whole entire block all by myself, this country girl. But yeah, they came out, they must have had those bikes special for the bicentennial. So I didn't have any, but well, banana seat bikes weren't really the rage when I was little. Oops. And then the 10 speeds were in. When I turned 10, I got a Bruce Jenner decathlon bike. And it had, like, instead of like the two little things to flip the gears, it had one in the middle. Like, one of a kind, pretty special. Oh, funny. I thought it was cool because it was like, shifting like you were driving a car. I'm just kind of going over this a little bit more so it's a little bit thicker. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck. And the one thing is, I will tell you that these two that we did to practice, they're not dry yet. This one looks dry except in this one spot, and this one's pretty dry. This one still has one spot that's not dry. So if you're going with the Let's Resin, just know it takes a little bit of time to. I so want to like paint right on this. And I know that would be a very bad idea. I'm thinking I should just maybe come back. Maybe I'll just go live for a little bit tomorrow. And what's tomorrow? Friday? Or I could do Saturday and finish it. Because I don't want to finish it without you guys. So I'm thinking I want to go around it like, kind of bubbly letters. But look at this. This is nice, robust paint because it is going through it. So we need to, I really hope that's going to fit on there. I think it'll be fine. However, before we draw, let's get my paint cleaned up, and then maybe we can add a couple things to this hat. Because you know I got all kinds of stuff laying around here, but let's clean this up. Oh, I had 2 of these paint palettes. Okay, let me put one aside. Okay, now we have a few things that we could play with. And it kind of depends on what we're going to put on it, I guess. But now this might not look bad on here. Oh, I got glue. But I think we need something across here. I think we need to take this off, and I got some bling. I mean, I didn't do a very good job on it to begin with, so. Like, we could go put some of those on there. I could put some, it definitely needs rickrack or something on the sides. Because if I did that, then I could probably cover that little top where it's not perfectly. I mean, even if, like, if I don't like the USA. Oh, I kind of like that. Wouldn't have to put that on there. What do you guys think of that? Do you like that? Let's see. Let's imagine. I mean, I could always put this down here like that too. I really want to use Debbie's thing, but I don't know if it's going to look right. Bling always gets my vote too, right? All right, let's see. You can't see it if I put all that on there, but I have other buttons. Oh, I've got one with I got a gold button with, I can see it right here, with a anchor. Oh my gosh, that's kind of cute. But it's gold, and these blingies are silver. Doesn't matter. What did you waited till he left for work trip and had the babysitter take the training wheels off? Yeah, see, and you don't want to be left behind by all the other kids, right? It's so true. I think that might be a little too much. I think it actually does look better with, I mean, I could move that down like that. I like that. I didn't like that button. Okay, buttons away. And we also have, I have a darker one and a lighter one, but I think the lighter one looks better. All right, let's try that. Let's look at this blingy from the blingers and let's see what I got. I'm 100% positive I don't have gold. Okay, now let's just pretend that that's one here. Just so we kind of get a little more I mean, I need to use this stuff. I don't use this. I love to use stuff like this, but I don't do it nearly as... Okay, that looks pretty stinking cute. I don't know. I mean, don't shoot me for this one, but I kind of feel like it's kind of looking cuter without the USA on it, but maybe I can come up with something else. Let's see. I've got more bling in here, but I don't, because I think it would be cute to put, if I use the daisies, and I only want to use the daisies to cover it. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Look at that. Blue. And red. Holy cannoli. Little pearls. I could put those on the daisies. I'm totally doing it. It's going to be the most gaudy 4th of July hat ever, and I love it. Every single bit of it. Okay. So let's take this off. Ooh, do I want to take it off? I'm just thinking how that's going to sit. Yeah, I definitely do. And this is easy enough. Needless to say, it was so easy to go. I had some pretty bogus face. I bet you did. Ooh. Yeah, my the neighbors next to my grandma's, we called him Lud. His name, well, that's what his name was, Lud Wanberg. He was the band teacher at the high school. And so when I lived up there too, when I went to college, and then when I worked up there, he was still going at it, and his band practiced and marched every day every day that they had practice, right by his house and my grandma's, obviously. I love that. It was just so fun to get to listen to him every day. But he had like it must have been like a split level. Oh, are these onesies? No. Come on. I don't like the one. Oh, there we go. And he had a driveway that went straight down. Must have been like a split level house. So his basement was in like underneath the house, kind of. Does that make sense? And okay, I love this bling. And so I had a couple, I dare you, for my brothers, and that didn't necessarily end so hot. Straight down the hill. And he was a very particular man about his yard and that kind of thing. So I'm sure he was not at all too happy that I was playing Evel Knievel things down his driveway. But it was fun. Oh, look at that. Couldn't get any more perfect than that. It fit 2 of them on there. See, I'm pretty sure that on that bike, my bike just had the pedals. You just had to... There were no brakes on that first little bike. I mean, yes, there was. That doesn't make any sense. You just like pedaled backwards to make it stop. There were no hand brakes. Oh. Okay. You know what? This would be a fun, like a bridal party activity or girls' weekend activities to make hats. I think that would be really fun. I could see my daughter and her friends liking this. Okay, now I think I'm going to go for it with this. I'm going to put that there. And I'm going from the top where I goofed. So I'm going to glue it on first. Big lump of fabric? What big lump of fabric? What are you talking about? Never happened. Okay, I'm getting more happy with this as it goes. But I really want your opinions. I'm really thinking, I'm not sure if I want that painted thing on there. Maybe I'd be better off to make another set of like I did on the hat I have on, or just leave it blank and just have it be red, white, and blue with a lot of blingy McBlingersons on it. Oh, so Shar, you got to take all the chances and find out what was going to happen. You were the one that was the guinea pig, huh? I was the oldest too, but my brother was he was the one that was building ramps and then saying, "Oh, I've got this brilliant idea. Let's try this," that kind of thing. Of course, we always did it. So there was that. Whoa. Okay. Girls, I'm liking this a lot. Now, it's not perfection, but it has potential. I'm glad I tested using the fabric on there because at least we got to experiment. Okay, let's get this on here first. Do you like it, Terry? It's turning out better than I expected. I just can't decide if I like the idea of putting that painted piece on it or if I save it. So this, like I said, was a clip. So I'm going to glue Debbie's piece on here. Just have it stick out a little bit. Then I'm going to stick the barrette in here. Clip it. Is it going? No. There we go. So it's now clipped, and then I'm going to glue it. I used to make these little hair things all the time. Well, I'm glad you were here, Shar. Come back next time. Tuesdays we do live sales, and either Thursdays at 5, we do the craft table test, or on Saturday at 11, depending on my schedule. But that's when I'm usually around. So thanks so much for hanging out with us. Oh, shoot. I should have asked you girls. Well, I think I can still do it either way. I'm trying to get a lot of glue on here, and it's... There we go. I want this to really stay on there. Okay. I'm liking it. Should I have... Okay, here are the choices. Do something with fabric, like I did on the one I've got on my head, but not maybe this busy instead. Or I can keep with the letters, which, here's an example of, that. Or I can add the bling on here, which I think I'm going to do anyway. But I could also add some rickrack. Kind of like I did on this one that I made. Pass on the... See, that's kind of how I'm feeling too. I just think this just looks cute. And plus, you know, like, yes, I know it looks 4th of July-ish, but you can also wear it with other things when it's not 4th of July, right? Okay, you think blue and then blue, red on here? Or do you think I should do all blue, all red? Yeah, I think so. I think I'm not going to do the letters. I mean, I tested it. I really like it. I am going to use it again to do something. With fabric, and I think Demi and I will have a great time with it. But I don't think it needs to go on these hats. And listen, I got a whole stack of hats. And if you were not here for the beginning, you probably didn't. Okay, nobody's telling me, so I'm just going for it. I am probably going to come back at some point, if you want me to. I don't have to do it live, but I think I'm going to show you guys once I figure out how to actually do this template of the... Okay, you know what? Could not figure out why my glue wasn't working. Just a little tidbit. Every once in a while, well, after a while, I guess, your Sugar Bell bottles, if you use them, will oftentimes get a hole in them. And that is why I couldn't get the stuff out. I just had it all over my hand. So there's a hole in it. So this is what I do to circumvent that, so I can keep using the bottle. Make sure it's not coming out. I gotta roll up here. Okay, so let's start. I'm just gonna put an extra little dab of glue. Not that way though. Ah, that one's not good. I'm just gonna go. We'll do all the blue ones first, and then we'll call this a video. But I do have to draw for the giveaway. Actually, let me just write down a number because I don't have the ability to do it. Let's grab a marker here. All right. You guys, I'm going to type go, and you can put a number between 1 and 25. Go. And I'll have you. And I'll just let you keep going until I get done putting all these things on there. So right now I'm just putting the blue ones on because I thought, well, maybe we don't want blue and red. So you guys still have time to tell me. Stop while I'm ahead. Ouch. And this is for what you're getting in the pack. Well, you're getting the Holly Hobby wrapping paper, a new old stock. You're also getting all of the things that we've worked on up until now. Minus this hat, because I'm sure you guys don't want this. I will make you, if you win, I will make you a hat. You can tell me what you want on it, but you got to give me grace and time to figure out how to do what I just did on there the correct way. How about that? You win, I'll get you a hat. I kind of feel like, I mean, I'll stick a... So far, I only see 2 of you guys that have put your numbers in, so if you haven't, now is the time. My gosh. Okay, ladies, I need your advice again. See, these things are probably so old because I haven't used them that it was popping right off the page. Okay. I got all of them, all of the blues on. So you can see. Go, gee. Should I put the red ones on opposite? And then nobody answered me about the rickrack. Do I need rickrack around here or do I leave it? I kind of feel like I need to just leave it, but I could be wrong. Oh, you said yes. I just like the blue and no rickrack. Denise. Denise said yes, but I don't know what she's saying yes to. It looks a little more summery and versatile without like more rickrack on it, probably. Kat says no rickrack. Okay. No rickrack it is. Now let me just show you with one of these on here so you can see. I do too. Well, I'm telling you, when you go thrifting, just look. Like, go to the hat, or, you know, a lot of times in the men's areas, they have them on the end caps. I'm just going to stick one here. I didn't glue it on. I just popped it on there. So either this look or that. Or I could also do, and the red looks kind of cute. Denise says no rickrack from Denise. I kind of feel like I need to add the red dots. I know, yeah. Until it gets dirty and you have to clean it and it all falls apart. Well, I'm happy. You know, if one of you wins tonight and this is the hat you want, I will definitely send it to you. But please do not pass judgment on my poor execution skills. If I get it in the mail tomorrow, you'd have it before 4th of July. Yeah, I think it just needed that little pop of red. Okay, so oops, I didn't put glue on that. If you haven't put in a number between 1 and 25, do that now, because I'm going to pick a winner. For the giveaway. And the giveaways, I'm doing it like, I don't know, every month or every few months, after I've made enough things that I feel like I can put something cute together. And then we're gonna draw every time we do that. So every month or two. Clearly I can't talk and Yeah, this is what it needed. It needed the red ones on there. Definitely. Ah. Okay, the last one is on there. All right, we're all agreeing to leave well enough alone. And for all of you who are hanging out here and you're like, hey, I thought she does paper crafts. Well, I do, but I do a lot of other things. And this was just on the, I've got to try it. I got to try it and see if it will work. And it did. So the one I have on my head will not be coming to you because I will be wearing this one. But if you want this one, I will send it along with all of the other goodies. So that includes all the things that we made. Let's see, do I have, where's my little thing with all of them? I have some examples. This isn't necessarily what's coming in because I have your that little bag already done, but I've been keeping this to of some of the things. We worked with that tool where we did this, so there's some of those in there. Oh, we made the shrink art. We made these rickrack flowers. I don't know if I have anything else in here. And then we made the hat. We made a couple other things, but I think they didn't fit in there. So you're getting this. If you want the hat, you can have the hat and all of your other goodies. So do we have all of our numbers in? Okay, I've got, let's see. Numbers. Right, I'm not seeing numbers. Okay, am I missing the number? Okay, there we go. I just had to scroll up. Okay, so I think I'm at the point. You got pass on letters. Okay, here was the number. And oh, it popped to the bottom again. Kat, your number was 11. Terry was 60. Denise Gardner, you were the closest without going over. See, I was saying 4 for 4th of July. I bet you guessed that. So this is coming to you. You know what I'm going to try to do? I'm going to get this all, and you have some other stuff coming anyway. I'm going to get this in the mail to you, so hopefully you have it and you can wear it for the 4th of July. Want me to sign it under here for you? Well, you guys were, you do want the hat? All right. I will send it to you. Please wear it very carefully. I'm worried that it might be only one wear, but you know how to glue things together. It's the memory, right? You were all here with me while we tried this. So I just want to tell you that I appreciate you all. You really want me to sign it? I totally will. I won't do it on the part where your head goes, though. That would be bad, but I'll sign it under here for you. This was fun. It's nice to be back, and hopefully I will be back next Thursday. I will be on the road somewhere, but I do have projects that I'm taking with me so that we can play again. It won't be this complicated, but we will be together again next week, either on Thursday or Saturday, depending on the schedule. And of course, next Tuesday I will be live, and we'll be doing a live sale. So we will see y'all then. And congratulations to all of you. Thanks again. Check out those links. If you're watching on the replay, go check out some of our friends that I mentioned today. And we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. I'm glad you liked it. I had fun too. And I'm glad I'm feeling better too. I'm glad I'm on the mend. And I appreciate all your prayers and your kind comments and thoughts. Ciao. Bye bye.